or the Dogman of Michigan, is, as the name would imply, a half-man and half-dog-like creature, which has mainly been reported throughout the U.S. state of Michigan, and has been part of the state's folklore since. The creature's appearance very much resembles that of classic werewolves, a 6 to 7 foot tall massive creature with the body and arms of a man and the legs and head of a wolf. Depending on the account, Dogman walks on fours or upright like a human. The story of Dogman gained notoriety back in 1987. In Michigan, a local radio personality named Steve Cook performed a song with lyrics discussing various stories of encounters with the creature throughout the decade, starting in the 1880s and going up to the 1970s. In the following days, the station was inundated with calls relating to the song. What might have seemed like a fun, spooky song to some listeners had been taken much more seriously by others. People were not only requesting more information on the song, but were also relaying their own encounters with similar creatures. Decades later, the story of Dogman took on a greater life by being spread all over the internet. In 2007, a video surfaced which many people believed to be evidence of the creature. This video, which had reportedly been given to Stephen Cook, the man behind the song, looked as though it were shot in the 1970s and featured a four-legged creature which runs toward the cameraman. However, for many, the legend of Dogman would end in 2010, when Steve Cook would claim that the whole thing was a hoax. Cook claimed that the song was describing a purely fictional creature, and that, despite his initial claims, he always knew the video was fake.
Tell us, if you can, in a nutshell, how did this all come up with Monster Quest and the History Channel?
Well, really the whole story of that film, which they exposed last night as being a hoax, was, I think, the impetus that brought them here to start with. Mm-hmm. That has really been a big internet phenomenon for about 2 or 3 years now. And lots of people have seen it. Everybody's debated over what it is, all that kind of stuff. And, of course, I knew all along what it was, and I knew the guy that produced it. And but I just want to make sure.
So you knew, I remember when that thing first surfaced and we chatted. You knew at that time.
Yeah, I knew I knew the whole time.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I was, I mean, look, the legend was created as a work of fiction. It's a piece of entertainment. Yeah. This is another piece of fictional entertainment that went along with it. So
I understand that.
I wasn't trying to. I wasn't trying to embarrass anybody.
And anybody who would think that, it was terrible that it was a hoax is crazy. But
you should see my hate mail this morning.
Really?
No way,
yeah.
seriously?
Oh, seriously, yeah.
We saw some mail online, some blogs.
If this weren't enough, the History Channel show Monster Quest even interviewed the man who created the video, and he demonstrated exactly how the video was made. Some people believe that a real Dogman of Michigan might exist beyond the hoax. After all, back in 1987, after Cook's song was played, many people, who presumably weren't even in on the prank, had called in discussing their encounters with such a creature. Maybe the song was just a coincidental catalyst for people to come forward with their own stories. Most evidence for the Dogman, however, consists of blurry photos or unusually large and oddly spaced canine footprints, things that can be easily faked.